presenting on the very satirical poem of our English book, Soft Storm, which is written by the Abi Suvedi, a Nepali writer, poet, and a very famous poet of Nepali community. So let's start our presentation. Here is the short summary analysis of the poem Soft Storm. So first of all, introduction to poetry. In the poem Soft Storm, the poet starts to express his feelings on the very bad situation of Kathmandu Valley. He expresses the environmental, political and societal problems of Kathmandu Valley. In this poem, the poet tries to motivate everyone of not only of Kathmandu Valley but also of other cities to be quite alert towards their responsibilities too. So let's begin our summary stanza wise. First stanza. In the first stanza, the poet Abi Suvedi becomes very sad when he sees the violent environmental status of Kathmandu Valley. He had not expected such kind of chemical pollutions and other environmental pollutions in Kathmandu Valley. In the poem, he saw the violence, environmental and the man-made destructions in the Kathmandu Valley, which are done very unnecessarily by the so-called wise people too. And in the second stanza, the poet seems to be quite positive. He explains that within the moonlight night, the corpuscles, which refers to the special flowers, they have grown by 5 inches over a night, which is not obviously a bad indication for us. It means that there is the maximum use of chemicals in the Kathmandu Valley, which is growing rapidly and causing the environmental pollution there, including the disturbance of health of many people there. So in the third stanza, the poet explains that during the night the speaker notices that the moon skips down, representing the posters which are always dedicated to the bad politics, dirty politics, which provides too many difficulties to the people living in Kathmandu Valley. He seems to be dissatisfied to find the so-called political aspects and people being the victim of it. And in the fourth stanza of the poem, the speaker seems to be quite angry seeing the moon, expressing the condition of the lamppost and other posters which have been sticked on the walls that represents the political dirtiness of the Kathmandu Valley. Here the people are not able to enjoy their rights properly. They are not able to express their freedoms and being the victim of environmental political aspects. And in the fifth stanza of the poem, the speaker becomes very sad when he sees the homeless urban. The children there are living in the trees and are spending their nights over the big trees of Keshan Mahal, but nobody are paying attention towards their worst condition. And in the sixth stanza, the speaker becomes so much dissatisfied with the people when he saw the people dancing in their mad steps. In the same place of Keshan Mahal, the urbans are being homeless. They are not providing the home and the good food for their health. But in the same way, in other skyscrapers, the people are doing the mad steps by being drunkard, and they are not showing any kind of humanity and kindness towards those urban people. So here the speaker becomes quite dissatisfied with the behavior of the people and he raises voice against the humanity. And in the seventh stanza of the poem, the speaker becomes alone. He becomes shocked because he has created so many ideas to change the chaotic society into a good society, but he couldn't do anything. He has written all those ideas in the white sheets of paper, but he is not being able to utilize them properly because he is alone. Nobody is supporting him to utilize those rules and regulations and to improve the status of Kathmandu Valley. And in the 8th stanza of this poem, the speaker becomes emotional when he observes the child who is left by his family. The child is roaming here and there in the big areas of Kathmandu Valley. He is lost deprived from many facilities in Kathmandu Valley. And in the ninth stanza, the speaker becomes angry when he observes the person who is being corrupted, who is being beaten by the other group of people without any fault. He has no fault on anything, but they are doing crimes so openly that no rules and regulations are preventing those criminals, and the victims of the Kathmandu Valley, they are not getting proper rules and regulations there. The crimes are committing openly without following the rules and regulations. So he describes the condition of the people on this lawless land. And in the 10th stanza of this poem, the speaker becomes very angry when he sees a blood-stained man. The man is asking help. He is totally stained on blood. He has so many problems, but nobody is showing humanity, kindness towards him. They are just ignoring that condition. They are not paying any attention towards him. They have no sense of humanity. They even don't want to help them. So here the speaker tells that everyone is wearing a face mask of humanity. And in the 11th stanza, the speaker reflects the political aspects of Kathmandu Valley. The political leaders, during the time of election, they promises to many things, that they will do this thing, they will do this thing, but at the time of need, nobody is there to help those kind people. They just forget their words, and they just forget their promises, that what they have committed to do after being the political leader. So here the speaker explains about the storms and the leela, which are performed by the politicians without thinking anything about their promises and their achievements. So in the 12th stanza of the poem, here the speaker seems to be quite positive and optimistic. He sees crocuses being transferred slowly and slowly. That somehow represents that the political situation of Kathmandu Valley is being improved day by day, and hope that there will be somehow the positiveness in the Kathmandu Valley after few years. So here the poet somehow feels to be more optimistic and positive. So up to here we studied last time, and here is the main gist of the poem. And the main gist of the poem is that this poem especially focuses on the political, environmental and societal turbulence of Kathmandu Valley. Thank you.